Welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and today we're visiting with Kristin Hildabrand, Warren County Extension Agent for Horticulture.
You know, one of the things I really like to talk about, especially for this time of year, is considering purchasing a flower bouquet subscription. And you may be wondering, what exactly is that? So we have a lot of local cut flower growers here in the state of Kentucky. It's grown exponentially. A lot of our cut flower growers here in Kentucky are offering a subscription bouquet that you can purchase as a customer that helps support them. And so what you are granted in return is these beautiful bouquets throughout the season. I know every grower is set up a little bit differently, but you know, spring blooms can look very different in the state of Kentucky versus later in the summer, which we have very bright, warm season flowers at that time of year, versus even the fall, which, you know, we have kind of some more vibrant fall blooming type flowers at that point. So basically what you're doing is you're investing and helping those cut flower growers out in the beginning, so that way that they can purchase the things that they need, and then whenever it comes that time for them to have blooms available, then they're going to have that.
So this is kind of like a community supported agriculture, like a CSA.
Exactly.
But for flowers.
But for flowers, yes. And I love that flowers are getting some attention, you know, because the flower aspect really does add to the value of the whole, you know, supporting local.
And you know, a lot of people purchase flowers either from the grocery store or maybe a florist, and you know, a lot of times with this program you're getting some of the freshest flowers because they're from your neighbor.
Right.
And it's grown right here locally, and you're supporting and keeping that local economy going.
You know, in the past we've always bought you know, flowers from overseas and, you know, even from other countries, and so this is a great way. Like you said, we're supporting our local growers here. A lot of times they've picked it just the day before, and then it's brought to you to help beautify your home and also your table. And it's a great conversation piece because a lot of these varieties that they have are very spectacular in the display that they have, not only color, but a lot of times they have a single to a double size bloom, especially when you talk about the seasons that it's offered in.
For somebody like me who just really wants to get something and put it in a vase, these are really great for people like me.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of times, you know, they'll have different offerings. Our cut flower growers will have, you know, kind of line flowers that provide a little bit more height. They also have those main flowers that really set those bouquets off. And then there's some filler and also some foliage that makes it all a beautiful bouquet. And so what's really nice is, like you said, you have that, and then you can, a lot of times they can do it either in like a wrapped bouquet, or they can also have it in like a mason jar. It really just depends on the grower that you're working with, but certainly those things are wonderful for, you know, people like you.
And so how do we get those? Do we go to the farm? Do we go to a pickup location? How do I get the bouquet?
Yeah, so I always like to send people to our commercial cut flower grower directory, and that is housed on our Center for Crop Diversification website. And so it's really nice to see the whole state of Kentucky. I know we're well over 150 growers now, so depending on if you're in northern to more southern Kentucky, east and western parts of the state, you can locate those growers right there and be able to see if that's something that they offer. One of the other things I like to do is you can also follow along with their either Facebook or Instagram accounts, so that way if it's something that you are considering, you can get in contact with them. A lot of times it'll also have other information for the growers. And you know, that's the other thing, every grower is very different on how they have their flower bouquet subscription set up. A lot of times they may have it provided at the farmer's market. Some may want you to come directly to the farm and pick it up. Other times they may have certain drop-off locations on certain days of the week that you go and pick it up there. So, and a lot of times there's even pop-ups that happen throughout the year. So just very, very different. So if you have any questions, I would direct you to that grower directory, and then you can get in contact with and see kind of how it is to see how it's done for that area.
Because I say with frequency might be different among growers, and then also their specialty. You know, some growers are more known for their sunflowers, and if that's something that you're really interested in, you might want to get a subscription from that grower.
Absolutely. So it's just a great way, like you said, you know, start now and then have the gift forever giving throughout the season. And again, knowing that you're supporting local really makes you feel good that way too.
All right, Kristin, I certainly appreciate the information. And if you have questions, make sure to contact your local extension office. See you next time.